Number 4, we are starting from an active middle split. Remember, you can press against the floor in order to activate the muscles in the end range of motion. This is helping us to increase ranges of motion, and it's also a great strength training. Let's shift to a passive middle split. Straight back, try to lean forward and aim to reach the floor with your chest. Let's shift from side to side. When you get down, press with your elbow against the ankle, against the knee, and try to rotate your chest towards the ceiling. It's a great rotation for the spine. And let's move to the next position, side split. Today I feel very stiff, and this is okay because after a couple of trainings your body gets into a protective mode when it's basically holding your full range of motion in order to make your muscles safe and avoid injuries. So the body does it on purpose. So don't worry, it is very normal. Also, I'm not expecting, let's move to the other side, I'm not expecting on the first session, on the first rep, to be as flexible as I'm on my last. So sometimes you get into a practice and you remember yourself in the most warm and flexible position, flexible state that you've been at, and then you come back and you all stiff and you want to get to the same mobility, the same flexibility as you remember yourself at the last session. So try to come with patience to the sessions. Let's move to a pigeon pose. I didn't see any comment that asked me to go through the nuances and the corrections, so I'm not gonna do that if you are not telling me to. I'm expecting everybody that come on those follow along sessions to remember all the nuances of each position. Maybe on the next one I will guide you through every little correction. Here I want you to remember the angles. If you want to work with a 90-degree angle in the front leg, you will experience more stretching of the gluteus medius. And if you want to close a little bit your knee, your ankle, and open more the hip flexors at the back leg, you can close here the front leg. And let's move to the other side. Usually I'm starting with a 90-degree angle and at the front leg, and then I have some more time focusing more on the back leg. Remember to breathe, and you also can try and resist, push against the floor with the part that you are stretching. So if you are stretching the hip flexors, you can try to swing the leg against the floor to press it, and this way you are activating your muscles at the end range of motion, because most people, when they stretch, they usually go about this practice very passively, and they are getting flexible, but they are not strong at the end range of motion. And this is also something that's very important for your freedom of motion. If you're aiming to get there, is to be strong when you get to the end ranges of motion. So here I'm reminding you, I'm flexing my core and I'm flexing my glutes in order to rotate my hips and keep it neutral while I'm getting down, and this way I'm stretching my quads. Let's move to the other side, and I'm remembering about the pistol seat that we've got, and also the lazy lunge that I very like. This is one of the exercises that basically stretches the hip flexors in the best possible way. So I'm trying to do this exercise often because I tend to sit a lot. So again, flex your core and try to keep your hip fixated as you try to bend the front leg. This is a nice stretch for the hip flexors. Because we sit a lot, the muscles get used to this position, and as a result, the muscles get shorter and shorter and adjust to this position, because most people sit I think 8 hours a day, and I think the average goes up and up with every year. So it's no surprise that many people have back pain, because back pain is reflected, is a result of tight hip flexors. Wow, the pain is real. Wow. And the reason I like to do a couple of seconds, 30 seconds to be exact, in each position is because there is no evidence that you have significant impact, significant better results if you push the time that you are staying in each position. So basically 30 seconds, it's an optimal time. And also I like to move through the positions and not be at the same position for a long time, because I like to stretch each and every muscle in the hip joint and balance those muscles in their tension. It's called tensional integrity. Basically, each muscle has the same tension as the others, and when you have muscles that are tensed more than the others, basically, for example, people that sit a lot and they have 90-degree in their hip joint, and when they try to stand, basically what happens is that the lower back is compensating over the tight hip flexors. So the body tries to preserve the same position that you have when you sit, but you stand. And this is why many people have lordosis, basically a curve in the lower back, because the internal muscles pulling the spine to be almost as if you are sitting. Okay. Yes. Okay, let's shift to a active middle split. Now here you can hold couple positions. Now for this session, I don't feel like doing a fully active position. I'm also stretching here my wrists. And let's move to a passive middle split. Straight back. Try to touch with the opposite hand to the opposite leg. And over the head. Pick one side and use your elbow to push against the knee and try to rotate your chest towards the ceiling. Shift to the other side. Wow. And lean to the middle. Try to do it with a straight back. And shift to a middle split position. And as you can see, I'm already more flexible than the previous set. Wow, also almost getting to the ground. This is crazy how much mobility is neural. They say that at the beginning, after a couple of sessions, you basically don't get a stretch in the muscle, and it's all neural. Basically, you relax the muscles, and this is why you get more flexible. Let's move to the other side of side split. Yeah, this is my better side, I think. Wow. Wow, that's crazy. Muscle memory, they say. Wow. And let's do the pigeon pose. And triangular position. Hold your core. It's crazy that most people focus only on one aspect of physical abilities. You can see many people focus on muscle growth. Let's move to the other side. And they are completely ignore all the other fitness components like mobility, like coordination, like endurance, and they focus only on building muscles because for the naked eye, this is portrays a healthiness, vibrance, vitality. Maybe this is the right word to say. Basically, I feel that what's the next exercise? Lazy lunge. So the fitness industry and the bodybuilding industry is very similar to the makeup industry because each one of them try to enhance and fake our natural advantages, right? So what the makeup industry does, it's basically mimicking in many cases women. For example, when someone put makeup, it's very similar when a female becomes horny and she blush and their lips become red, and this is more attractive to men. So the makeup industry add those elements to our face. And the same thing with PEDs. You're basically getting drugs that make you look stronger, but you are dying from the inside. Oh, this is a little bit sad. If you want to show how strong you are and how superior your genes, why don't you do it naturally? But of course, people look for the magic pill. Didn't I improve my split? Wow, fuck. That's crazy. Wow. So basically this is it for the hip mobility part. Let's move to the upper back mobility and finish this session because I'm starving. So I want to start today's session from this exercise because my neck is a little bit sore. Wow. Let's start from the passive stretch. It's very important to breathe in and breathe out in this position because there are many muscles that are internally stretching when you breathe. They are connected to a diaphragm and basically doesn't get any stretch when we sit. And five reps. Let's hold the last rep for 10 seconds. Wow. I already feel a little bit sore after yesterday's session, and I have to give my body to recover. It's very important to listen to your body, because many people push themselves more and more and more to get results, but what they do is basically set themselves back, because eventually if you injured, you will be resting and out of training for a longer period of time, and you will delay your results way more than if you take a day off. So maybe I'll take tomorrow and rest to give my body that time to heal and adjust to those mobility trainings. But we'll see. Maybe we will do a light training. You will see that when you are in the maximum range of motion and you start breathing, you're basically have a range that you can inhale and exhale, and it's not the full capacity of your lungs, it's just the full capacity of the muscles that are connected to a diaphragm and basically control the breathing. So it's very interesting how those muscles, because they are not used, getting shorter. Five reps and hold at the last one for 10 seconds. Let's do it. Nice. I think today I'm gonna do only 2 sets for the upper part, because I feel that my back is really sore and I don't want to push it too much. This is it. I do only 2 sets of the upper part. I feel very sore, so listen to your body. If you feel that you are a little bit sore, don't push yourself too much. Do it gradually, and see you on the next session.